like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Serenity. Guys, I am still working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube, adding my commentary so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. This is why you guys are seeing so many flashbacks from my channel, but I can assure you that I'm staying on top of everything happening within Carbonation. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. All right, y'all, let's get into this video.
It is a beautiful day here in Hawaii, and I wanted to connect with you. So let's talk. What you want to talk about today? So as I'm walking to my little gazebo, it'll give you some time to think about what you want to vibe out to today with me. I'm completely open. It is such a great day to be alive. It's always a great day to be alive, but you know what I'm saying, when there's those days where you're like, I am so happy to be me. I am so happy to be here. And I just wanted to celebrate. And the one thing that I receive joy from is when I come on here and connect with you, and we share our thoughts and our opinions, inspire each other, encourage each other, because you guys really inspire me and motivate me to keep showing up as real as I possibly can. And so I want to thank each and every one of you that has been on my journey since the beginning, but been on my journey from the beginning of where you started. Everybody, has their own path. Hey everyone. So today I just wanted to come on here. I do not have a planned live, but I have little topics. But really, what do you want to talk about? Hey everyone, what would you like to talk about today? I get super excited when I come on live, so I gotta calm my fiery energy, ground myself, know that there's nothing I need to do. There is nothing that I need. Everything I am, I have, I desire is already with me. And I just like to sit and bask and marinate in that feeling and in that knowing, Yes. Hey. Brittany says, what helps relieve anxiety? What helps me relieve anxiety is first being empathetic to myself, being compassionate to myself. First and foremost, because sometimes we get into this place to where we want to fix it. We don't want to sit in the feeling because we just want to remove it. I'm anxious. No, I don't want to be anxious. And we make ourselves wrong for feeling. You're a human. You have a nervous system. You feel anxious right now. Whatever you're going through is making you feel. Do you know how many people are numb and don't feel anything? So first, you need some water? Yeah. Well, go get some water. Yeah, I should do. Well, can you ask Daddy? Because I'm on camera. So first, allowing myself to have that feeling, acknowledging that I'm feeling anxious. And if I can, just breathe. And then identify what is making me feel anxious. Why am I feeling anxious? What is anxiety trying to tell me? Because all of our emotions are signals. So depending on the situation will determine the outcome, because anxiety can come because it's a signal telling you that you need to be prepared for something, and you're not prepared for what's in front of you. But then anxiety can also come to you because maybe you are looking at a situation in a way that's not serving you, and it's time for you to change your perspective. Okay? So when I'm feeling anxious, I just hold myself and know that I am safe, and know that whatever it is, I don't have to get it right. I don't have to be perfect. And there's already a solution for whatever is making me anxious. And I let it go. Because you can't do anything in the moment of the feeling because of the vibration you're on. So the vibration you're on, the solution is going to be to stop the anxiety, instead of going into the anxiety and allowing that feeling to just flow so that you can receive the solution. But what happens is we try to be the solution.
Y'all, I really needed to take a little break from Serenity's rambling on, because she's not really making much sense to me. She making any sense to y'all?
Receive the solution. But what happens is we try to be the solution and bring resistance and try to stop situations, and we're doing it out of fear. We're moving out of lack. And you want to make sure when you decide to make a decision, you're making it not in the decision of lack. You're making it in the decision that I am the solution, but not in the point to where I'm sabotaging myself, but I am the solution. It's already here. I'm just going to sit and allow things to unfold the way that it's going to unfold. And when you can do that, you'll realize that most of the time our feelings and our emotions only last for a short amount of time, unless you decide to focus on them, unless you decide to hold on to the emotion of anxiety. But usually it dissipates probably about 90 seconds if you allow the feeling, but also identifying what externally is causing you to feel internally anxious. Yeah, Brittany says, very true. Sometimes I meditate to relieve my busy mind. Yeah, and when we have busy, because I have a busy mind too, but when I have a busy mind, sometimes I beat myself up about it because I'm fire in air, and my mind is so creative, and I'm receiving so much information all around me, and sometimes it can leave me feeling ungrounded to where I'm like, I gotta do something with this energy. And usually I ask myself, am I in a need space, or am I in an allowing space? Because when I'm in a need space, I move differently than when I'm in an allowing place. Because when I'm allowing, things just flow. Creativity just flows through me. Saying the right thing at the right time just flows. But when I'm in a need, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And I feel inadequate. And I'm stressing myself out. And so I don't allow my busy mind to control my actions. Hi, everybody. Thank you for sharing and asking the question, Brittany. What else would you like to talk about today? Ooh, some water. I don't have my tripod. I purposely did that. I didn't want to set up. I just wanted to be organic over here. Not that you can see that. But I wanted to come live because so many diamonds have been coming on my path that has just excited me. And I wanted to share with you guys. But also I wanted you to share with me anything that you wanted to talk about, or anything that has come up for you. And one of the things that has come up to me two times already, yesterday and today, and they were talking about gifts, because I'm in Kabbalah, and they were sharing a class yesterday about identifying your gifts, knowing your gifts, and sharing, more importantly, sharing your gifts, okay? And then today, I was in my Film Founders Mastermind group, and we were also talking about gifts. The speaker was speaking about gifts today, about like, what is your gifts, and not being afraid and not feeling like you're conceited because you want to share what you're gifted at. My gifts out loud to like the class, I felt kind of like uncomfortable. Like I felt like, is this wrong, or looking for validation, to share my gifts, like to you, like, you know what I mean? Not to you, but to the people that I was around. And I was just like, this is very interesting to me. And this space that I'm currently feeling and I'm present to, now I realize this is the energy that I've been carrying probably all of my life. So that's why when I try to do something new, or when I try to create, or when I try to put myself out here in front of people, now I see why it's challenging, because of this present energy that I'm feeling, just sharing with you verbally what my gifts is. And so just think about it. If you can't just speak vocally about what you're good at, how can you actually really show up to the world? Really? Like, come on. Because your actions is dictated through your thoughts. So you can't sit here and say that I'm confident, I'm this and that, when you can't even speak confidently. So you can't be confident if you can't speak confident. It doesn't work that way. So it's like you want to put yourself in situations that will bring all of this to the surface. That's what shadow work is. It's like putting yourself in situations that bring the things within you, buried within you, to the surface, so now you can handle it. So just before that one exercise I did, I realized, I'm like, well, I might have a little hesitation with sharing my gifts with people. Share, how I can actually help people. I say I want to be of service, but then when I try to talk about my gifts, there's a hesitation. You can't say that you're here to serve and you want to help people when you can't even speak freely and loudly and boldly what God has done for you and what God has given you, that you were born with. It doesn't work that way. Hey, Charlie Donovan. I saw somebody. Okay, so Charlie Donovan said, what if your programming has been defective from the beginning and you've been lied to from religious dogma for so long that you can't even figure out your purpose because your mind is not your own? Okay. Well, first and foremost, to say that your mind is not your own, who told you that your mind is not your own? Because we all have come from programming. You are a program, believe it or not. Your astrological program. You were born into your astrological program. So in order for you to separate yourself from the conditioning that your culture has placed on you, aka your karma has placed on you, now it's your responsibility to break the conditioning by studying yourself, by understanding yourself. And the way you do that is through your birth chart, through your astrology, through all of these ancient texts that we have, through all of these psychological tools that we have, like human design, astrology, numerology. These tools are here to help you break the conditioning that you were born in. Okay?
All right, y'all, go ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
That's what it's here for, so that you will be able to know the difference. Everybody has experience. I've experienced it. My father was a minister, so I was born into religion. But now that I took the time to understand myself, now I understand my mind, then my mind can't be manipulated by anything because I understand myself. This is why you want to take the time to understand yourself, because then when your soul...
I honestly hope that that's true. I hope that she understands herself enough to not be manipulated ever again, because she was indeed manipulated by Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka 3 God.
You want to take the time to understand yourself, because then when your soul connects to another soul, you will know the distinction. But when you just out here moving unconsciously, you don't know that the thoughts that you have are your thoughts or someone else's thoughts. Like, you don't know. Now, have you took the time to study yourself, Charlie? Okay, let's see. I don't know if he's still here. Oh, Maribel said, I used to be more compassionate for others than having compassion for my godly self. Yeah. And so, if that's the case, Maribel, how can you give something to others that you can't even give to yourself? So then you got to ask yourself, was I really giving compassion to people? Like, what was it that I was giving to people? Because I surely ain't giving it to myself. I don't have access to give that to myself. And so this is why you want to start getting clear about, what are my gifts? This will help you get more clear about your purpose. It's by asking the question, what are my gifts? And if you are still in that place to where you don't really know, this is the time to ask. Start asking the questions. You have not because you have not. You ask not. You have not because you ask not. Receiving what you want in life requires effort. So my women in the room, now we're going into the divine femininity. Because remember, you are the receiver of life. But in order to receive, it requires effort on your part. And the effort that it requires is for you to ask for what you want. And I'm not necessarily talking about externally ask somebody. You go within and ask the light. Ask the source within, whatever you identify it with. Ask it. This is what I want. What does that really look like? What does that feel like? Because you must start here first, internally, to receive what it is that you want. Most people start from the external and then bring it back to the internal. But in order to receive what you want, you first must ask. You first must ask Source, is this in your will? Is my desire within your will for my life, for my purpose? And if it's not, remove this desire from me. Because you don't want to hold on to nothing that is not for you, or that is not taking you to your highest good. Because now you're moving from your ego and you're not moving from your soul. See, the soul is already equipped. You're just reconnecting back to that part of yourself to receive what it is that you truly want. Because you first must make a distinction between when you are moving from your ego and when you are moving from your soul. Because your ego will always place you in the state of being inadequate. There's never enough. I don't know enough. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. And this is when you know you are moving from your ego. But when you can desire and move from a place, from your soul, then you move with grace. You move with love. You are unconditional. You are life-giving. You are life-giving. And you know you already have what you need and what you want. And you are already in that vibrational state. So this is why when you come into that vibrational state of having everything that you want and need, and when I say coming into that vibrational state, is that you can feel it. It's a feeling. Vibration is a feeling. That's what vibration is. And when you can move into that vibrational state of knowing and being and already having what it is that you desire, that's how you get what you want.
All right, y'all, go ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
That is a divine receiver. A divine receiver knows that and lives by that. That was powerful for me, y'all. Yes. Hey, everybody. So this is one of the tips I say coming into your divine femininity is being aware of when you are moving from your ego, from your soul. Because sometimes your ego will have you receiving things that are not for you. And this is why you might be receiving relationships, and this is why you may not be receiving the money or whatever it is that you're wanting. You know, I don't know. Hey, Lexi. Because you're moving from your ego. But when you move from your soul, you're not worrying about getting relationship, getting fuck niggas. Like women ask me all the time, what do I need to do to keep fuck niggas away from me? I said, first of all, stop talking about them. Like, why don't even mention them. Like, don't even be on that frequency. Like, you know, but that's because that's the ego talking. But the soul will have you open up to your abundant self and what you want to receive, really. And you're going to be confident and you're not going to be afraid because you're moving from your soul and you already know you have everything that you need already. It's just now time for you to emanate that energy out through your heart, to send out that signal out into your universe, to send out that call. You want to move through your heart space to then push that energy out. Open yourself and push that energy out to put out the signal of all that you are desiring and wanting so that it can come to you. Don't worry about what you don't want. Focus on what your heart desires. That comes from your soul, a place from your soul. And if you don't know the difference between when you're moving in your ego and when you're moving from your soul, then that's the work that you must now start introducing in your life, is knowing the difference. Because this will make or break you. By knowing when you're in your ego and knowing when you are in your soul. And one of the things, and I wanted to do a live about this with my friend Akila. She's been under the weather. I wanted us to talk about this because she's really good at this topic. And I wanted to talk about the distinctions between moving from your ego and moving from your soul. And one of the things that will give you the green light is when you are moving from your ego is when you say self. Because self is the ego. Self is the ego. So when you talk about self-love, self-acceptance, self this, self that, that lets you know that that's your ego talking. Because the soul doesn't reflect itself. The soul reflects what? Light, God. Everything. The soul doesn't separate itself from everything because the soul knows that it's everything. The soul already has love, already has abundance, already has joy, already has every acceptance, validation. The soul is already that. So when you tap into that energy, that's how you're going to move. That's how you're going to think. Not separating yourself. So hopefully by next week, she and I can go deeper, because I would love to go deeper with her with that. So does anybody have any questions? Like, what would you like to talk about? Because I have a couple of things, but this is just like, just a impromptu live. It's just, this is like the update. This is like just codes and stuff that I've been receiving. And yeah, I just wanted to share. Get some water.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Ooh. Hey, Mary Jane, Master Naisha. Yes, so, and one of the things that I've been like working on within myself is having more empathy. Tapping into what empathy means for me. Because a lot of times we think that we're being empathetic, but then we're just trying to be problem solvers. Or we're just not really being present with the person, but it's more so we're trying to fix it for them. And that's not empathy. Or we're trying to be sympathetic. This is something that I learned today in my mastermind group, Fem Founders, is that you got to know the difference between being empathetic, being sympathetic, and being a fixer. Okay? And if you want to build more connection in your relationships, you want to know what is required in that situation. Does this person need sympathy? Does this person need empathy? Or are they looking for a solution? And when you can distinguish in that moment what that person needs by asking, you can build more connection and a stronger bond with that person. Because I know for me, my go-to is fixer. I want to fix things for people because I'm a Virgo rising. So it's naturally my initial reaction is to fix it. I have a solution. I know. But to maintain intimacy or increase intimacy in my relationships and trust, I must grow in my empathy. I must be able to bring that awareness to the person that I'm here and I am present with you and I see you and I understand you. That's what empathy means. You know, but I believe for some of us, the reason why we are fixers instead of being empathetic is because everybody wants to help. We really want to help. But sometimes not doing anything is just as powerful as trying to help. Just being there, just your presence alone is enough. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to say nothing. You gotta give nobody no advice unless they ask for it. Now, if they ask for it, that's one thing. But if they just are wanting to vent to you and have somebody there, then this is your opportunity just to be rooted within yourself, be present with them, and listen from your heart. You know, and it's not as easy because especially like, oh, I'm sorry. That's not empathy. That's sympathy. And people, you don't want people to feel sorry for themselves because people are very well capable. And a lot of what we go through is something that we need to go through. So sympathy is not always required in most situations, unless the person, really needs that, unless they're communicating that that's what they want. But other than that, it's just about me being here. And you know how people say, you just being is enough? You just being there is enough. And I know that you may have experienced people making you feel like in order for you to receive love, you have to do this. Especially with our parents. And it's like we learned that through our childhood. Some of us, that if I do this, then I'll get that. Instead of, I'm going to get this because I am me. That's it. That's all I need to be. Or I am enough because I say I am enough. Because I am breathing. Because I am present. Because life runs through me. And that is enough. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to prove myself to receive what it is that I want. I don't have to explain myself. You ever find yourself having to explain when you say this is what you want, and people are like, well, why? Why do I gotta give you the reason why? Because I want it. You know what I mean? And I do my best to make sure, and I'm not perfect, but I do my best with my little boy to make sure I don't ask him why all the time. Because he's not in that state of reasoning. He's in the state of allowing. So when you're in a state of, if you're in a pure state of allowing, who knows what you're going to do? That's why children are always doing something. Because they are always in the present state of allowing. They're allowing their body and their impulses and their emotions to just take them on this ride of life. And you don't know what they're going to do. One minute they could be calm and sweet. Next minute they throwing shit and they crying. And and they're being bossy. And then one minute they sleep. Next minute they wake. And then they're hungry. And it's just like they're having all of these feelings. And they're not judging it. And they're not stopping it. So then when you come with your logic ass, asking them why, then you're making them judge themselves. This is where it starts. Why? Why are you doing that? Now I have to stop what I'm doing to judge myself because you need reason for why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so this is why now, y'all hear that? Hold on, y'all, because that's a nice breeze. It is such a beautiful day. It's breezy, but it's like hot and it's sunshine and it feels really good. It's like a beautiful day. Maybe not for a live. I don't know how the connection is. Can y'all hear me? Press 1. Oops. Yeah, Rising Ghost said we don't need pity parties. Oops. I'm saying oops because I'm almost kicking people out the room on accident just so I can wave. Okay, good. Thank you, Rise and Go. I know one person in here listening. Okay, there you go, Rebel. Yeah. And so I'm just open today. And like I said, I did not plan this live. So if it feels that way, because this was happening, but I'm just receiving clarity. I think it's the wind. As wind represents consciousness. And so being out here and the sun is at its highest point. So I'm receiving the codes and consciousness. And I'm just and in my energy, it's probably on the 8. And so I'm just feeling really good. And I just wanted to amplify that. I don't have to come on here to talk to y'all and act like I know everything. Sometimes I will. But for the most part, I just wanted to show up. Today, I just wanted to show up to you. I just wanted to make myself present. I just wanted to be here and share myself, share my gifts. And sometimes that's all that it takes. And no, you may not get a lot of people in the room, but you got 5 people in the room, and you got people coming in and out. And you never know what they're going to receive just by coming in and going out, what they're going to take with them. Because it's not always about that. It's about you making a choice to show up. And people will either be there or they won't. But that's not your business. You know, your business is what you choose to do. And it's their loss. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your loss, it's their loss. Well, it ain't their loss. I don't want to put that out. I don't want to put that in the universe. It ain't their loss. They're where they're supposed to be. You sure can call in. Yes, absolutely. I should put that. Yeah, come on in. Come on, Rise and Go. Come on in.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Because I want to start treating my social media like if you was going to come to my house and you just want to come and hang out and talk to me like that.
Hi.
Hey. Like your
Yes,
back.
the sun is always shining on me. Yes, I was
Right.
calling in because I saw you said, what would you like to talk about today? So I said, oh, she opened up the floor. She opened up the floor. And what I want to talk about is, or just get a deeper insight on, is connection. I know with like all of the energy that's been just popping out into, you know, the universe, that I've been receiving has been like opening me up so much more in regard to wanting to connect. And I'm just like trying to figure out ways. I have a Gemini moon, Gemini rising, Gemini Venus, Gemini Mars. And I just feel that the connections are just not hitting the way that I need for them to hit. And I don't know what to do about that. Like, I've gone within, I've meditated, you know, like connected with my breath, but it's like looking for community. I don't know if I'm like overlooking something, not looking enough, but I'm just at a space to where like I really want to connect and I don't feel connected.
Okay, so when
I can tell this girl what her problem is. Her problem is she up here asking Serenity for advice. That's her biggest fucking problem.
Connected.
okay, so when you say you are not getting it, what does that look like for you? If you could get the connection that you wanted, what would that look like for you?
Conversation, intellectually like stimulating conversations. It seems like the ones that I have been having, it's like I've surpassed that. Like, and maybe I feel it's coming from like me looking at myself as like, oh, I don't know something, or I don't know, like, I guess downplaying my intellect. So now I'm like going into these spaces because I'm like, oh, they look like, you know, I could have this type of conversation with them. But then when I do, I'm like, dang, I've passed this. Like, I've gone beyond this, and I don't want to talk about these things anymore because I've already dived deep within myself in this regard. So, and then also like, I guess intellectualizing, or that's not the word. I know that sometimes in order to like attract what you want, you have to be that. So like being that space and like talking about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of like this knowledge that I've been coming into, I can't really say it I guess in a way, like it's still like I'm still picking up different things in my environment to be able to like put it into words, you know, what I feel and what I know.
Okay. So what is your intentions when you are connecting with
Um,
others?
to build relationships, you know, yeah, to
To
build like
build
actual
yeah.
sustainable relationships with these people.
Okay. Okay. Because one thing I heard you say was that when you meet people, you said sometimes that you surpass them intellectually. So it sounds like that's what you're looking at more so than building the relationship, because you got to remember Gemini. No one knows more than you. And it's not because they're not smart, it's because Gemini energy has the ability and can retain information
Yeah,
on top of information, like you, to just get the answer to something random. And you know that most
yeah.
people are not like that. Like, hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius. So so you truly want that connection, find you Sagittarius friends. Okay? They act like they know more than they know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that is the thing that you want to always remember is
Mm-hmm.
your intention, because it's like one connection, because one of my intentions is connection, but that connection means
Yeah,
different things to different people. I'm sure of it is
true.
different from your version of it. So you want to get
Yeah,
more clear about what
yeah,
connection looks like for you, because what you're doing is aligning what your frequency, you're tuning your frequency to what type of connection, how it makes you feel, what the type of conversations are. But instead of you going out there looking for it, it starts
right.
here. What does
Yeah,
that look
like
like for
as
you?
you're
Go ahead.
saying that, more clarity is being brought to me. So just being able to share ideas with people and like get to these spaces of like mental orgasm, like these thoughts are leading to this place, and like we're making, you know, creating with thoughts, basically.
Yeah. You said mental orgasms. Let's use that, right? So because Gemini energy, because my midheaven's in Gemini. So the way I show up to the world is like, and the one thing that I learned from my Gemini energy is to always
Mm-hmm.
remain curious. Instead of going into the situation like I know everything and I'm a Gemini, everything. But like, no, I want to know more about this person. I'm curious
Yes.
about what that means for you. Like, I'm curious. Like, go into it like with a curious. Like sex, it's when
Yes,
it's
you can let it just
curiosity
flow and turn
alternating.
into what it needs to turn into, you know?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how your connections can be as well. They can turn into what it's going to be. You're leading with curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving
Yeah.
me this clarity because, like I said, I've been like looking for connection, but I didn't have like that foresight of like, okay, what is my intention when it comes to actually connecting with people? I just be like, I just want to talk to somebody. I'm tired of talking to these people. You know, they're talking about the same old things. You know, I need something that's gonna stimulate my mind. I'm tired of reading these books and my midhaven is in Aquarius, so like it's just the mental is just like I
Yes.
need those spaces. So
Yeah, you're definitely that air energy. I always say air energy is the energy of
mm-hmm.
connection, social people. Like, you need people. Like, that's how, like, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, they are
Yeah.
motivated by people. It's like, because you talk and you want to communicate, and you can't communicate to yourself because you
Yeah.
want that banter, you want that back and forth, and that's also how you learn yourself. Self-awareness
Yes.
comes from you through others. So that's why you're very picky, or you're just more aware of the people around you, because like, I don't want to be you. You want to be around people that you want to be like, and that you respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the times how and if you're not careful, if you're around those types of people that don't support where you want to go, have those people.
Yeah, I've been noticing that I've kind of made a shift in it into like now looking at it as like me influencing them, because I have seen how I'm able to bring a lot of influence just by what I naturally do and what I naturally speak about, and like really standing on that. But I do want to say, like, are you
Y'all, why I feel like Serenity set this call up? Because this girl sounds like an old Carbonation supporter.
speak about and like really standing on that? But I do want to say, like, are you familiar with human design?
Girl,
okay, so I'm a
love
6'2", so that's the role model hermit, and like I really be in hermit mode. So it's crazy how like I was literally just in hermit mode. Now all of this energy just came on in, and now I want to connect, and I'm just like, how would you recommend like balancing this role model hermit, this 6'2" energy, with all of this like Gemini air energy and this desire to wanting to connect?
Well, what's your not your the profile is the number.
Manifesting
what
generator.
Are you, like, manifesting generator? Okay, and what
I have a sacral authority.
Okay, so you're similar to my energy, actually, because I'm a manifesting generator 4. And for those of you that are not familiar with human design, we sorry, but I human something that, because human design is very intricate. It's a lot. It's not quality where you can just Google it and it'll over time.
Yeah, human design is
it's
deep.
a lot. Once you get it, you get it. And so for me, I'm a 2-4, so I have hermit, energy.
Yeah,
I'm an opportunity. So the way I balance it, it's first and foremost to your sacral. I cannot emphasize that enough, girl. And I know that, they be saying, listen to your intuition, listen to
exactly.
yes or it's a no. And it's taking me like I don't know hell, but I've been really tuning myself into listening to my body. So if I ask the question, do you like ice cream? Say, do you like being outside?
Yeah.
You said the difference. You said
Yeah.
Like, so if it ain't no
yeah,
that's a hell no. You want to, for us, we are led by satisfaction. We know we're out of alignment.
Yeah.
And we are frustrated. Right? When we're frustrated, that source telling us to stop. You are out of alignment.
Right.
You're not in the will of God. Okay?
Right.
Stop it. Go lay down. Right? So you want to focus. You want to choose to focus on what gives you satisfaction. If it's not a hell yes, if it's not a full body yes, then it's a no. And I know that
yes,
that requires stress, right? Because usually we're kind of like in this where we're like, I guess, we're never honored for being firm. That's a no. Like, yeah, I know it could be yes,
right,
but it's gonna be a no. You know what I mean? If it's not like, like I'm telling you, that it's a no for you. So that's how you can start making decisions, asking yourself the yes and no, and then seeing if you get that same response. And I think huge, and that just happened. Like that was a big distinction. Hey, that was a big distinction with your energy that I saw. Where you know, you know what
Yes.
I mean.
I,
So what's
I
coming
mean,
up for
I
you?
just love it because I know that I've dived into human design,
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
astrology, gene keys, all of these. I just still feel like I don't know enough, like I know a lot. And
Yeah,
so this is like, again, like you said, that banter, being able to exchange these ideas and talk about it with an actual person instead of like just taking all this energy, being in my hermit mode, being by myself, and like sharing
yeah,
it, talking about it with people. I feel like it's helping me, process it a bit more because I am like a single definition, so I can process a lot by myself. But again, there's still like that need for connection and just putting it out in the air and letting it come back to me. So I
yeah. What I learned definition is that be okay with having
mm-hmm,
things your way. But single definition,
mm-hmm,
things have to be my way. Like really, it's really not. So that's why it's really important, April, because is this a yes or a no? So to balance the hermit energy, what I do, yeah, because I
mm-hmm.
definitely I have the two, so it's the two is the first conscious. So when I'm ready to come out, I go out. I go out. Y'all come online and I go live. I post videos, or in my personal life, I go out. But then when that hermit energy decides that is enough, I
Yeah.
don't, see me on social media and I don't announce it. Don't show up. I don't put that pressure having to show up when I don't feel it, because people receive from
Yeah.
what we emanate, the satisfaction, joy emanate. So if I'm not feeling like that, I show up,
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna get that. And I see the difference in that. So I'm not familiar with the six as much as the two, but that, but I will say, and I think what you're doing, that if you're not on social media, like, then you're doing yourself the injustice, because with all that Gemini, I don't know what house though, but you should definitely be online, especially with Harry Evan. This is
Yeah.
our space. This is our
Mm-hmm.
world, is internet, because it gives us access to connect with anybody at any
Yeah.
time, at anywhere. Like you can't do that in the real world, but internet,
Mm-hmm.
anything is possible. So
Yeah, I'm
are you
actually
online?
online. I do like health stuff, like Aquarian stuff, like health and nature and all that stuff. And I share those things, and I've been thinking about going on live. I used to do that back back then, but I kind of got out of that again, like going into like a deep hermit mode. And I feel like now maybe it's because Pluto is about to go into Aquarius, so I don't know what it is, but I feel like now I'm coming out and I'm just like, I have so much information. It's like literally I'm giving birth. Like I done conceived all of this, and now I just want to share it.
Well, and also because we're in collective
Oh yeah.
year 7 too. So what's
My my
your personal
personal
number?
number,
Do
my
you
life
know?
path,
No, the personal number, because the personal number is your month, day, in the current
the
year.
month, day, in the current year.
The month, day of your birthday and the
Oh,
current
my
year that we're in
personal number,
now.
I believe, is I'm not sure. Hold on, let me calculate it real quick.
Yeah, we know 2023 is 7, so
Okay,
that's
so
your starting.
7
Yeah.
plus 3 plus 7. So it's an 8.
Ooh, yeah. So this is what considered numerology, like
That's
the
what I
money,
feel. I
the
feel like it's
here.
the money. I
Like
feel like, come on, I feel so abundant. I'm like, I gotta get out here. I don't know what it is. Like, I have so much, so much.
yeah, and that's why you're thinking about it, because you know the 7 is about contemplation, and it's about spirituality, and then being analytical, but allowing, but also being in your head, logic, spirituality. And also it's like you're questioning everything. You're like, I need to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get out here. I need to connect, because you know the prime energy
Yeah.
of money is connection. The energy, and the way you get money is your
Mm-hmm.
ability to be able to connect. You know, now. So that's why you're like desiring like connection, because you know you get your
Right.
opportunities from the people in your life. So it's like, so that's why you're like looking, you know, but right now it's just time for you just to allow whatever comes on your path. So that's cool that you saw me and you felt it in your
Yes.
sacral, and fun.
Yes,
We
I love
vibing.
it
We
because I'm
talking.
like, I need it. And like I said, when I came on, you said, what would you like to talk about? And I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity. If this ain't my opportunity, then I don't know opportunity. But I like what you said about the human design, because just that reminder of like listening to the sacral, like I, know that it's important for me to honor that hermit, and then honor, when I do want to pop out and show myself and share what I have to share. So like, I guess not really seeing it as a negative thing, but just allowing it to flow and like really believing in my own timing. That's what I'm like really getting, is like believing in my own timing. Mm-hmm.
See,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. See, already
Yeah.
there.
Thank you so much, because I need it. I need it.
All right,
Bye.
later. No, I'm not finished. What do you need? It's not strawberry time. Remember, you already had strawberries.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
No, no, you can't have strawberries. And I'm on camera right now, Zen. Did you want to come on camera? Yeah. Oh, you want to say hello to you? Come on, you just can come and say hello if you want to. Yeah. Okay. Well, can you go somewhere else? Because I'm feeling a little distracted with you being here. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know what that smell is. Funny. So does anybody want to come on the live before I go? That was so cool. Yeah, because this is about you. What you want to talk about? Because I talked earlier. You should have been here. And so now I'm like, what y'all want to talk about? Anybody got questions? Want to come on camera, talk to me? That was such a good conversation. I love meeting people that is into human design. Hello. Oh, it's turning.
Wait, I can't hear you. Oh my God. Why is it doing this? I'm gonna have to go out. Take me out and put me back in because I can't hear you.
Okay. All right. And now where did she go? Let me see if I can find her name. Okay, she request again.
Okay, let me see if I can request her. There she is. Okay, let's see.
I can hear you now. Yes.
Can you hear me? Hey, girl,
How you doing?
doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. You know, I want to talk about I guess managing, like, how do you manage your time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do good at it, and then
Now, I know for sure that she's a carbonation supporter. She's one of the women that Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, tried to convince to leave their child. She has a son, and she refused to leave him. So she never went to the cult. But she supported him online.
managing, like, how do you manage your time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do good at it, and then all of a sudden it just like feel like I don't know, like I'm losing balance. Like I'm all the way over here and I'm all the way over here, then like I'm here and then I'm all the way over here again and I'm all the way over here. Like, how do I stay consistent? And I think it comes from me wanting to always do something different, and I can't seem to hold on, I had to turn my text messages off. But like I can't how can I put this? I don't like when things are always the same. Right? Like, I don't work like that.
Well,
So when I'm
let me ask you.
consistent,
Let me ask you a question. Why don't you like when things are the same? Why don't you like that?
I don't know. It's something about me. Like I'm always sporadic. I'm always doing different things. I need to see something different. Like, I'm so spontaneous. Like, it has to be. It
Okay.
feeds me.
Why do you? Because you said you need it. Why do you feel you need to be spontaneous and sporadic? What is it? What does it do for you to be spontaneous and sporadic?
Oh, it makes me feel good.
Makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel to be able to like be flexible,
Mm-hmm.
have a variety of different things
Move
going.
around, do what I want over here, 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 and here. And
Okay.
like in my life right now, I'm able to.
So what's wrong with that?
I don't know if it's something wrong with it, but I don't. Maybe it's just that maybe I need to embrace it.
Yeah.
Maybe I need that. I need to embrace it.
Yeah, because now do you? Because I did your chart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Capricorn somewhere?
North, no.
Oh, Capricorn North Node. Okay, so that's where that energy is showing up, because your North Node in Capricorn is wanting you to have things in order. That is what you have to work on in this lifetime. So this is why it's so important to know your chart, because people can give you advice based on the standard, but when you know your chart and understand why you're here, then it's like, okay, now we got to change it, because now it's like, okay, that consistency. I don't think it's about consistency. Capricorn is it's not about you being consistent. It's not about you being repetitive. Capricorn, your North Node is asking you, what are you committed to? Because you could have the spontaneous, you could be flexible, it could be all over the place, but where is it leading you though? Where is that leading you? Because you can be that, you can be spontaneous, but what are you committed to within that spontaneity? It should be getting you somewhere. What are you committed to? Do you know?
I'm committed to accomplishing a goal. Like, I have a big goal, and I'm committed to accomplishing that goal.
And what is the goal?
My goal right now is to buy a house. Like, I want to buy a house because I want to do some stuff in the house. Like, I literally want to create the whole house into a business. Like, it's just going to be.
That's part. Okay. So what are the different things? And you can give us the short versions or answers. What are the different things that you have been doing to attain that goal of buying a house?
So I've been working on my budget, right? I've been working on like my budget, being able to understand how much money I'm supposed to save. You know, basically just going over my expenses, like the things that I'm doing, being disciplined in the things that I buy. You know what I mean? Working on my credit, like all of these things are important to me because in order for me to buy a house, I have to have a certain amount of money. I have to have a certain credit score. You know what I mean?
Oh, where do you want to buy a house at?
I want to buy a house in the area in Philly, but it's in the mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know the amount that you want to pay? You don't have to give us definite if you don't want to put your business out there like that. That's up to you. Do you know how much you want to pay for a house?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how much you want to pay. You know you want to be in Philly. Do you know the neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the type of style of house?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what
Okay, so you know all of that. You know the little details. Okay, and you know how much money that you have to save up.
Yes.
You know how much money. And how close are you to meeting that goal? Is it
I'm not. This is the thing. I'm not close to meeting that goal because I'm still setting boundaries for myself within my budget, right? That's a struggle. And it's not that I don't know what to do. I'm just, once you figure out how to do it, then it becomes creating that as a habit to get those steps accomplished, if that makes sense.
Okay, so why does it feel like a struggle to you?
Because it always feels like every time I reach a certain amount of money, then I always got to use it for something.
What do you?
Right? Something always come up. Like I just had to buy a new car because my car was acting crazy. Okay. That was important, right? And then before I bought the car, before I realized that I needed to buy a car, all of the money kept going into me fixing the car every time it needed to be fixed.
Okay.
Right? Or paying off things that like debt that needed to be paid. You know what I mean? Like something always come up and then it's just be like, oh my God, I'm trying to get this done. But then this comes up and then I always say, well, I'm grateful that this happened because I'm glad it didn't happen at this time because then I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I'm always grateful in the moments, but I just find it hard to get just like walk that straight line. It's like I just find myself, I'm on this road and I'm walking on this path, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm just gonna stop here for a little bit.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
And then now, you know what I mean? And I'm over here when I'm supposed to be over here, but then it's like, no, but I was supposed to be here because I needed that. Like, I literally needed that. And that's what I keep telling myself. Like, everything that happens is like, you were supposed to have that. You were supposed to make that little detour. You're supposed to go back around. These things are needed. Like, I could have bought a house a long time ago. I was saying that to myself. I could have bought a house a long time ago. But now where I am in my life, I'm learning certain things that I'm going to need. You know what I mean? That I'm going to need it when I buy a house. I'm going to need those things. And I'm getting those things now. And if I would have bought the house, I would have been so lost. I probably would have lost the house.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? And you can tell me about the feeling. How does it make you feel knowing you don't have enough money to buy the house that you want right now?
Right now.
How does it make because
it makes me feel I was trying to find the right words because I started thinking about myself as a kid. Like I'm doing this to myself. It makes me feel like I'm being disobedient or something. Like it makes me feel like I need to, it makes me act like internally within myself, like I'm screaming at myself, like, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing what I told you to do? Why are you not you know what I mean? Like, why are you not being so disciplined like we worked on, like we talk about every morning? Like, what are you doing?
Now, do you think that that dialogue is being kind to you, or do you think that dialogue is shaming you?
I think it's shaming me.
Yeah. So that dialogue that you are allowing to end is not allowing you to feel how you truly feel, that you keep doing the right thing. I'm saving my money. I'm going to work. I'm taking care of myself and my son. But yet things keep coming up. And some of those things are important, a responsibility. But then when I'm be responsible, it's taking me 2 steps back for being responsible for getting the house that I want. So in knowing that, how does that make you feel? Not that other voice, but how do you feel knowing that things come up and it keeps taking my house money?
It makes me feel responsible. It makes me feel like a responsible adult. It really does, because it does. It makes me feel like a responsible adult, because I remember being 21 years old, just having a baby, and moving into my first place, and turning 22 and having to move back home because I wasn't being responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm being responsible. I'm being really responsible.
Oh.
And I'm not, and I'm still sticking to my plan. Like it's there. And every time I turn around, it's like something else I'm being blessed with something else because I'm being responsible. Like I have so many things to be grateful for. I really should be happy that I'm being a responsible adult.
You don't feel happy that you have so many things to be grateful for? This is where the compassion comes in. Sometimes I'm not grateful for all the things that were given to me. Sometimes I don't feel blessed. Sometimes I can't see how responsible I am. And just sit with that. Don't make yourself wrong. Don't try to fix it. Just feel like sometimes I'm not appreciative. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget. That's okay. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget.
Wow.
You know, that's what compassion for your own
MF
looks like.
I really feel it. I feel that in my heart. I do.
Sometimes I beat
up.
I'll
be trying, like, cause in my head, I'll be thinking to myself, like, I want. It goes back to that codependent energy, even though I don't react on it externally. But I'm like, I wish I had someone to just talk to me. Like, right? Like, someone to tell me that I'm doing a good job, or someone to tell me, like, Mariah, you need to do better. Like, I don't know. Like, you know,
Usually grown-ups can have those talks directly with themselves. They don't need an outside entity to tell them when they need to improve.
Raya, you need to do better. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, when I'm right here, like, I could talk to my damn self. But it get hard.
Connection is. This is what connection is. This is what a divine community looks like, to where you have someone that is here for you, that sees you, that's not trying to fix anything. Like, all I was doing was being curious and asking you questions, but you found the answer that, hey, I am responsible. Sometimes I'm not paying attention to all that I've accomplished and all that, you know, Source has given me, but I'm really doing a good job.
Hell yeah. And it's so crazy because I was at work and, you know, I'm the fucking boss. So it's just like everybody always compliment me. Like, Mariah, you are amazing. Like, you do such a good job. And sometimes I forget to say thank you. And I'm like, and then my one employee, he was like, do you have a hard time with like somebody like receiving compliments? And he was like, I'm not trying to be smart or anything, but I really just want to know. And I'm like, maybe I have a hard time with receiving, good feedback.
Ooh, okay, girl. You just tapped on the pulse. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? She just said something that is very powerful. I think it's going to break. What you say? You ate the strawberries? Yeah. Well, that's it. If you ate all the strawberries, that's it. Okay, I'm almost talking to the camera right now, so I need for you to find something else to do. Okay, thank you for being honest and let me know you ate the strawberries even though you wasn't supposed to. Okay, y'all. Okay, so you just hit a pulse that everybody that's here. The 5 people that's in here, including you and me, that is really important. That could now shift your situation. Okay. Because you said, this is what you said. You said that you have a hard time receiving compliments and feedback, right? You said you have a hard time receiving like this would. And I'm sure if you have a hard time receiving that, it could show up in other parts of your life of receiving things from others. Well, as the feminine energy in woman, you are the receiver of life. That is your purpose, is to receive. So if you have a blockage of receiving compliments, remember, everything that you are experiencing is you. That is you that you are experiencing, that person. What we are experiencing all around it is God. Everything is God. So when that person comes to you giving you a compliment and you can't receive it, what you are saying is, I can't receive from God. So then when you are trying to get a house, buy this, get this, you're not able to see the opportunity because you have blocked off your ability to open yourself to receive. That's why it's not easy for you to see yourself, because you're not able to, I wouldn't say you're not able to receive, but your ability, your power has been diluted, because it doesn't go anywhere. It could just be shut off, or it could be diluted, or you just forgot. So now the vibrational work that is here for you is to decide to start choosing to receive. That's your affirmation. That's your mantra. I choose to receive all that life has to give to me. If that person wants to open the door for you, you let them open that door for you. You are what they made us forget. This is what they made us forget. This is what it means to receive in all things. This is how you manifest. It's by tapping into the receiver. So it's this moment when you're having those mind farts. I call them mind farts. Ask yourself in this moment, what do you call the energy of all things? God, universe, light, what you call it?
God.
Okay, God. So in that moment, when you are feeling resistance, in that moment, ask yourself, what am I not allowing myself to receive at the moment? Your resistance is an indication that something is trying to get to you and you're blocking the way to receive it. So you could have been at that house, but
I ain't even finna hold y'all. I ain't got much to say. I just needed a break from Serenity and all this bullshit she's spewing to this girl. And this girl is actually taking it all in.
Way to receive it. So you could have been at that house, but something is blocking you from receiving it. And that could just be your thoughts.
What? I could have been had everything. That I'm like, I was just sitting in the car thinking, like, God damn it, where's my husband?
But it's your ability to receive. It is your desire to receive. It is your birthright to receive. As the woman, we are the receivers of life. All things come to us which we desire and what we choose to have. And it feels. That is law. And when you act out of law, you create imbalance. You create adversity. You create challenges because you are acting out of law. You are breaking the law, not man's law, God's law. The woman is the receiver. Whatever she wants, she will get. But what you want to attain to is to be a divine woman, a divine femininity, because then you are in tune to God's will, to God's purpose for you. Because when you are out of tune, oh, the woman, she can get what she wants. But you know that energy, when a woman is acting in her divinity and when she's not, it doesn't go away. It's just that you want to be conscious. So we throw these words around, but not really present to it. This is what it means to be conscious, because I'm consciously receiving. I'm consciously manifesting. Things just ain't, I'm conscious now. So I know whatever I say, it affects people. It affects me. I know whatever I do, it affects me. It affects others. That's what it means to be conscious. So now you are coming into your divine femininity, and you're going to attract all that you need consciously. But what? Affirming that you are the receiver of life. And anytime a resistance comes, that's just God telling you to ask. See, resistance is God's way of coming into your heart, because we are free will. God cannot force it for you to choose it. You have to choose God. So this is why resistance is here, to help us choose, to help us ask, to help us go to the light, to help me. Because you didn't have to resist, you just keep going and just keep moving. But the resistance is here to help us, to call on God.
Yep. Thank you. I needed that.
I needed it too.
Whoa.
Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful to know? Don't be afraid of resistance. Don't be afraid of fear. Don't be afraid of pain. That is God's way of entering into your heart. My favorite mantra, you have not because you ask not.
I am a receiver. I am. Wow. Because I now that I think about it, I find myself trying to control things by trying to give.
Yes, you
give things instead of receiving, because I want to receive, but I think that I have to give something in order to receive, but I don't have to. That's why I'm not receiving it the way that I want to receive it, because I'm trying to do too fucking much.
Yeah, you trying to act in your divine masculinity, and you are not a man, okay? You are a woman. Depending on what you believe in. I ain't forcing my beliefs on no.
I'm a woman. I know that for sure. Shoot.
I'm just saying, you gotta put that out there these days.
All right, y'all. Go on ahead and drop me a comment. Smash the heck out of that like button and share. Thank you guys in advance.
But you see, you acting from your masculine energy. And there is a time and place for the masculine energy, but you start from the point of receiving. You don't start from the point of providing. That is the man's role. He starts from the place of what he's going to provide. You start from the place of what you are wanting to receive. And when you find yourself in that space of, well, what can I give? Like, pause. Like, okay, what do I want to receive in this
situation. Because as a receiver, you are giving, because people get that mixed up. They get that confused when I say you're the receiver, but that means you're not giving nothing. Oh no, the receiver, oh, we give tenfold. That's why we have to be selective and be clear and be solid within ourselves of what we want to receive, because we reproduce. We are the earth. We are the ones fruitful, but fruitful of what? So we had to be very careful. Don't ever let nobody tell you being a receiver means you ain't doing nothing. No, you doing more. Because the masculine energy represents thought. Feminine energy represents vibration, represents physicality. Everything you see here, this is the feminine essence of God's thoughts. Money, material, that's feminine energy. And as a woman, our bodies, what do? We receive the light, which is the semen. What we do, we bring a whole new person, a whole new body. That's a big responsibility. So that's why you want to get good at being a receiver. You want to be the master of the master receiver. Because let me tell you, you create worlds. Okay? We create worlds as being a woman. So what's going up right now before we go?
What you say?
For you? I said, what's showing up for you right now? I know I said a lot, but that I had to.
Well, what's showing up for me right now is that I'm in the right space. I'm doing all the right things, and I just need to allow myself to ask for what it is that I need in the moments where I feel that there's a blockage, like there's something missing, because there's nothing missing, but I just need to sit down. I need to be still. Because I do a lot. I'm moving around, but not only moving around physically, but like mentally, emotionally, everything is moving. But I need to learn to just sit still in those moments so that I can receive whatever it is that I need to receive. Because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I need to accept that I don't know in those moments.
Okay. Can I offer you a mind shift?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When we say need, when we come from a place of need, that means we're moving in lack. And also that we are conditioned not to want to do things that we need to do. You know what I mean? Like we don't excited about the things we need to do. You know what I mean? Like I need to exercise. I need to eat right. I need to watch my mouth. But it's not like I choose. It's not powerful. Power.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, I'm talking with her, but I'm also talking to everyone too. Okay? It's just that this is a power. You brought on some powerful energy. Okay, you really did, and I thank you for coming on, being vulnerable, expressing yourself. That's you really helping someone out here today. But when so what you want to do, instead of saying I need, and when you hear that, that's God speaking to you. When you hear need, because when you speak, God speaks. Remember that. You are God. And so God is mingling with you all at the same time. You just have to listen. This is what it means to be in tune to your soul, be in tune to yourself. When I speak, God is speaking. But what is God saying? Like, what am I saying right now? So you want to move, and I learned this not too long ago, and it's so powerful. You want to say, when you find yourself saying I need, that's an indication that you are moving in a place of lack. Because if you need something, it's because you don't have that. But as a receiver, you have everything that you need and desire, and then some.
It's about not what I need to do. Who do I need to be? Or who do I choose to be in this moment, right now, to get what it is that I desire in this situation? Who do I need? Well, I don't say this programming. I choose, put it this way, I choose to be the person that will be able to save my money to buy my house. What does that look like for me to be the person to handle what comes my way? God, universe, source, right now, I don't know what that look like. But if it's in your will for me to be the person that can handle anything that come on my path, I expect that you're going to instill me with the character, with the heart, with the right intended action at the right intended time to be able to handle that.
I was writing down. No.
Okay, so the takeaways here is when you're feeling resistance, that's the time that God is wanting you to call on it or the source, whatever y'all believe in. I know everybody got their own belief, but when there's resistance, that is God calling you to let it in. That is the time to stop what you're doing. Resistance is asking of you to pause, stop, and ask. If you're not clear on your ability to choose to be what you want to be in that moment, then that's your opportunity to ask God to reveal to you what that is, so that you can receive. Yeah. Yeah.
I can do that.
I see your eyes moving.
I choose to do that. I choose to call on God. Because I don't know. I don't be here. I don't be in the world sometimes. I be outside somewhere. I be inside.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I can't. I don't. Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
For,
that was good. I needed that like so bad. Like I be feeling so light every time. Every time.
The world needed that. The world needed that. So,
I'll call my dad in a little bit.
I'll go for you, okay?
Thank you. I will.
Okay. So I might have time for one person to come on. What you want to talk about? You got any questions? We can vibe out, talk, share. Yeah. I'm sweating. She got me in here sweating. that was good, y'all. Like that was divinely inspired conversation. If you missed it, you gotta go back and watch the repeat. But that was really good. That was really good. So if nobody want to come on the video, we can go. But hear what you want to talk about. You got any questions you want to share? Sharing is caring. You matter. You showing up matters for someone. Like today, with both ladies that came on camera, they really had something to share, and it was really powerful. But if not, I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful Hawaii weather because it's amazing. And welcome everybody that came into the room. I know people going in and out. Yes, Rosin Girl says she's a master receiver. Well received. Okay, so it looks like the energies let me know to end the live, and I'm okay with that. But I will come back on another day because this was a powerful live, and I thank everybody for just being here, showing up, and connecting with me on camera. And I will save this live, so I will talk to you later. Bye.
All right. I'm about to pull out this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.